Good day, everybody. Seven continents of the world, we're here again. Yeah, state of the nation, Nigeria, the largest concentration of Black people on the face of the earth. Plenty to unpack, but today I have another wonderful guest, an extraordinary one, a veteran, done this, done that, he's seen it. And most of the things he's going to say, they're first-hand experience, We're still going to talk about the imperative of a free and fair election, the electoral law, and most importantly, the democracy we have today, is it worth the while? He has paid his dues. He was part of the democratic struggle from June 12th. It was vital statistics. And you cannot write the history of those periods without calling on him, mentioning his name. That's why today, our guest is the one and only Veteran Wale Okunniyi. How are you doing, sir?
Well, fine, thank you. We're trying to be good in Nigeria. Everything is topsy-turvy. Of course, don't know where we are going, no direction, but there is God.
There's God, okay.
That's consolation.
Always a God factor in the Nigerian calculation.
Consolation, yeah.
Yeah, let me ask you this. You played a lot of strategic role during the June 12th struggle. Like I said earlier, it's almost impossible to write those history without your name reoccurring in Abiola's house. Even I know that annually you're one of those that still goes to the June 12th celebration in MQ Abiola's house. My question is, after all said and done, with the type of democracy we've had from 1999 till today, do you feel every effort you put in with the others are worth it? Do you think it's justified one way or the other? Are you happy with the democracy we have today?
I'm not definitely happy with what is turning out to be. Those who captured power or seized power have made us to recede in terms of democratic progress. Everything we fought for and won has been lost in the process of civil governance, including even the electoral framework that we thought we were trying to consolidate in 1999 has gone far beyond repair, and that's why we're struggling today to have a foundation for our democracy in the electoral reform. So one couldn't have been that happy, but with the kind of energy our young people are bringing to bear on civic action, one is bound to be upbeat that perhaps things may change for good, because the young ones are not going to agree, in quotes, in their word, for any nonsense. I have had to work with young people, young element, and that's the only optimism that. But we are not. I am not impressed with what democracy has turned out to be now, because it's not yielding the dividends.
Oh wow!
Dividends of democracy. It's not everything has been lost. It's just for a few who have captured the state and captured power, and then turn the state to their personal dynasty. So it's unfortunate, and there's more poverty this time around, more insecurity, more debt, rapid debt, and so these things are frightening. And that's why you and I have to do something urgently, because anybody can be a victim.
Interesting. Let me put this as a follow-up to my first question. I mean, you are a veteran of the June 12th, like I said, you played a lot of role, you are still an activist, even though you're still partly a politician. But do you think it was a mistake in 1999 that a lot of those of you in the activism realm did not put your name on the ballot in 1999, especially under the Alliance of Democracy, where I think you allowed people, you say, captured it? Do you think it was a mistake not to be on the ballot at that time?
Well, it's a very complex question to answer. Though the fundamental thing that the Nauru group did then was to request for a constitution of the people first before any political transition. And that was why that group said it was not participating. And that was a major frontline group. Chief Enauro was even the chairman of NADECO.
NADECO, yeah, true.
And that group said, which Wale Okunniyi, which Chief Tony Enauro and Gani Fahimi, they said no to participating if we don't have that constitution first, which was quite right theoretically. Correct theoretically, because upon which framework are you going to prosecute governance or run government? What you must have agreed to a principle that will form the basis of lawmaking. So they were correct. But some of us told ourselves, I remember myself and the Chima Obani after one of the meetings of UAG, had a very long discussion one night in Mushin. Was it Mushin bus stop or so a Juro bus stop? We were coming from there, so we stopped there and then debated it, and then said, nature absorbs vacuum. Yes, and therefore, it's not correct for us to boycott this, because those who will be fortunate or re-roll themselves into power will seize it, and then they sit tight. And that's African politics, that we should participate. But then our forces were depleted, the Falan of this world with Gani Fahimi, Chief Enauro, Wale Okunniyi, all of them have said no. So it was only the Abraham Adesoya group, essentially Afenifere, that said we must participate. So the forces that brought about civil rule was divided. So those who went in, those forces that was depleted, the force was in participating in the transition. So we were not formidable to even do anything. To the extent that those of us who went in to participate said we just want to play a role of helping, to campaign and mobilize. We don't want to step in anyhow in any form to put ourselves on the ballot. That we're not opportunistic, because we knew also that some of our comrades or associates had criticized participation. So we ourselves that were participating, when we were offered position, I remember Baba Mojola, Comrade Olauni, when they called them and said, hey, bring your boys, let us, Okunniyi, we said no. He said, no, we just want to support and help you so that you can win the election. But there is also a bigger force that said, no participation at all, boycott. But those of us who participate said, no, we will participate. But we are afraid to put ourselves on the ballot.
Wow. That
was what happened. So it's I think it's an error now looking at it from a political angle. It's an error. I think we should have negotiated with the agencies and then even put ourselves forward and say, yes, it doesn't matter. In any case, we can do the constitution.
Later.
Having taken government, we can later do the constitution our own way. But up till now, we don't even have that constitution that we wanted. The 2014 National Conference, though with very laudable resolution, couldn't come to fruition. So we are still battling even for that. A group like Patriot, which I am its Secretary General, is now in the front line of having to work on a new People's Constitution with Chief Emeka Anyaoku, former Secretary General of Commonwealth, as my chairman. We've been doing that. We have met president. We have met. We've done summit. Hey, these guys will not, because they know it's like a suicide mission to change the law or to change the constitution, the ground norm. The moment we are able to change the ground norm, they know that they won't come there, because what will you be doing in government? Government will no longer be juicy. Government will no longer be possible. You now have to go out.
Let me just follow up. Yeah. Somebody you know very well, Professor Patu Tommy, said repeatedly in the past that our problem is not really the constitution. There is failure of leadership, failure of the elite to do the requisite thing. That irrespective of the constitution will operate, if the Nigerian elites do what they are supposed to do, as when due, we won't be in this milieu or this quagmire, so to say. So, I know Prof. 2 is pro the confab, but he also said that not once, not twice, that if we have the right leadership, we might not be circumnavigating as we are. So do you think...
never have right leadership. That is an illusion.
Okay.
Why never have right in a porous and very corrupt system.
Okay.
We will never.
So the confab is a must.
You are dealing with human being. And even Jesus Christ has told you that there will never be a good person. Now, why do you even call me good? Anybody on earth is not good, except you systematize them to do good. What is functioning in Britain and US is system, culture, system, convention that has been systematized. So that people now know this thing is wrong. Yes, morally wrong. You can't do this. And there is enforcement if you violate it. There can never be good elite. There will never be. So the first thing for us is to have the foundation, which is the system, constitutional system, that is positive and good and pro-people. That's the first. The moment you can't have it, you will never have good elite, because human beings are not meant to be good. Human beings that are not good in Nigeria, when they get to Britain, they behave well.
Absolutely. But
when they get to America, it's because of the system.
Yeah,
the kind of convention, the kind of laws, so they comport themselves. But bring them to Nigeria. Even good Americans, bring them to Nigeria, begin to behave like you. So it's the system. So you have to constitutionalize a system that is possible and can drive right behavior.
Okay, to a very large extent, I'm sure a lot of Nigerians will agree with you. The point is, the political elite today, those in power, do not want that restructure. It's clear. The way we are today in Nigeria favors them. You understand? So how do you want to enforce this constitutionality, this restructuring, whether sovereign or whatever name? The thing is there, the documents are there. It's just to enforce it. So how do you want to enforce it now?
Well, I think that to intensify political education and mobilization, we need to sharpen our strategy, and then we need to speak to the conscience of those who are saying that, look, we will be victims at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Because the growing insecurity in Nigeria will reach you. The children of the poor will eat your children. So it is a vicious cycle. Don't think that with humongous money and gargantuan resources that you garner, you cannot have peace. As a matter of fact, death is staring you in the face with the kind of impoverishment that is everywhere. That's the simple logic. So we have to begin to tell them, it's not about any ethnic group, not about any religion, it's about all of us. Even we fall. It's not a question of one person. It is for everybody. So we need to, it was Chief Enauro in 2005 who told a few of us that we need to begin to find a way to explain to some of the people who are standing against this thing that one, it's win-win for everybody. We may not have very stupendous, wealth, but the fact remains that with our modest resources, we will be at peace. You don't need to build walls. You don't need to be afraid to walk in the bush. You can go and sleep in the bush. But today you can't, because kidnapping has become a very juicy business. Insecurity is on the increase. Both poor and rich have become, it's as a matter of fact, the rich are the targets because they're about ransom taking. Therefore, we need to, to have, because I don't want them to be deeper. You understand, but others will know. The insects that bites dogs, that what do you say, what do you call it? Thinks is killing the dog and is eating. Well, it's going to die eventually because we have nothing to eat. So those feasting on patrimony of the masses, we have nothing to feast because the masses themselves will even come for them. And there will be what you call a revolution. It is just that we don't want it to be counterproductive. We don't want it to be anarchistic. What the elites are driving is a revolution dialectically. The dialectics is clear to me. You know, that what they are doing unknowingly is to build a mass of angry young masses that will come on and promote them. And they must be careful. They must be careful. And that is why we have always said that political education, even to the enemies of the restructuring, is quite important. We have to target them and we have to methodically begin to explain to them.
Let me I don't know if you've listened to the National Security Advisor lately when he said that the terrorists and all these guys doing the killing, especially in the northern part of the country, that they are our brothers. He used the word they are our brothers, that they need to negotiate and talk to them, making it sound as if the federal government at this stage is helpless, that they don't seem to have a solution to the whole problem of insecurity. So what do you have to say about that? Is Nigeria helpless, or what? I mean, coming from the NSA, what do you think?
You broke off in the middle of the question.
I said
he said to negotiate with them or what?
That they are our brothers. That's what he said. That the terrorists
that the terrorists or bandits.
Yeah, the bandits. We call them so many names. The same people. Lakurawa, Boko Haram, Iswap. He said they are our brothers.
They are our brothers, and then what should happen?
Well, maybe we should negotiate. That's the tone. He said it.
Why? But if the moment you begin to, you see, doing the right thing is doing the right thing, dealing with the fundament of the country, which is the Constitution. It is the first thing to do. It is not about negotiating. If they do the right thing in Nigeria, all these things will stop. The basis for insecurity and political instability is the fact that the grand norm, the structure, political structure and system is anchored on corruption. And where a foundation is corrupt, what can the righteous do? They just want to look for all escape routes that will not work. What stops them from doing the right thing where those in government will not have the kind of what you call perks of office that they have today? So that the wealth of the nation is not just when you are in government or in politics. The only thriving business in Nigeria today is politics, political patronage, etc. No other business is thriving, no other industry. That's where everybody who has stolen money go to invest. Those who have fraudsters abroad, they don't know anything about politics. They don't know any principle. They don't know no ideology. They don't understand it. It's just how do we make the money and share it and share the money. Go and test those who are in power. They got there by money, prepender politics. That AI is even saying prependalism is akin to just Nigerian politics. When you say prepender politics, money politics, where money takes primacy, supremacy over every other thing in politics. No principle, no philosophy, no education, no, it's just money. Bring money, capture. Put Soyinka versus one fraudster in US who is coming. Put both of them. Soyinka will not share money. He will not share money. In front of his house, he will be defeated today. Because the people are impoverished, pauperized. And so the moment they see the money, they are bored. That's all. It takes us to electoral reform and vote buying, which is a criminal thing to do. But the people will continue to sell their vote because they are poor. It's just that where people are enlightened this last election in Lagos, that they were able to say no when we came out with the third force. And then people said, well, you come back, because it's an enlightened society. It's largely a cosmopolitan city. But in the rural area, in Ijebu, in Ogun State, where I come from, someone said in Ijebu, but I don't want to say the Ijebu, because the Ijebu is Ikawolowo Ji, Awolowo, Komba Ji, Ufedibo, Keba Fawa Widow Ele Wole.
That is it. Wakes up.
That he will wake up from death, and he doesn't give them money. They will not vote for him. That is how bad it is.
Oh wow!
If Awo, the great Awo, our own leader.
Oh wow! Immortal. Wow. I have two more questions. They said that if he wakes up today from his dead and he doesn't give them money, he will not even smell one vote. That is how bad politics have degenerated in our climate. So we have to do, the moment we are unable to do something about this foundation, hey, it will just tell all of us, I pray we don't have an anarchical revolution where it is not, nobody sees anybody, even good people will be victim. They won't even know. The moment they see you, you can see it. They say it's part of them. So that's why we are doing what we are doing, to say, hey, let us save ourselves from a bloody revolution. My last question to you, we're pressed for time. My last question to you. You were in the trenches. Bola Tinubu was in the trenches, you understand, and he's president today. One will expect that somebody with an adequate background in power will be a major proponent of a sovereign national conference, restructuring, what have you, and probably Nigeria will be in a better place. Are you disappointed, or you are not surprised the country is the way it is? I'm a bit disappointed, but I think he has said that it's about Nigerian politics. Okay.
He has said to very senior people that Nigeria is complex to govern Nigeria. If he goes to, he won't come back the second time, something like that. Okay. Because for me, if I were to be president, I just want to the restructuring of Nigeria. Let me go to make history and then go to sleep. Let me just make that history. It's one point that there is no economy, anything. And I mean, and we have informed the governor, to that there is no economy. There is no economy you can manage under this political system. It will be sabotage. It will not work. People will get poor because it is not run in such a way that corruption will be exterminated. The only people who can survive in this area are corrupt people. Fraudster mentality. So is restructuring or nothing? That's why you see all the principal people in the background. They don't have any couple. You see Soyinka, you see all you can't see any seemingly good person. Up there. Is fraudster, how to beat the system, cut the system, shortchange the system, increase and 419, that even our boys today are saying, my dad, I want to do Yahoo Yahoo. People are saying it with belief that I am a Yahoo boy in Nigeria. They are saying it. We try that Yahoo ni mo. How did we come to that? That our younger element, I said just say, prefer that Yahoo. He prefers to do Yahoo than to do any work.
Wow.
Than to learn any good. So that is the kind of thing we are. So the time bomb is a time bomb. Yeah, it's a time bomb.
Thank you very much for your time. I mean, we are pressed for time. You said it all. We need to restructure. We need that sovereign national conference like yesterday. And you're a member of the movement for credible election. I know you are doing a lot in that regard.
So we don't have it.
So thank you very much. I will bring you back again when we are closer to that conference. But you made it clear, Nigeria needs to restructure. We need a sovereign national conference. Failure to do that will be nowhere to go. We cannot survive under this system. I'm sure a lot of people agree with you. And of course, you said that,
Nigeria cannot survive this. President Tinubu has to come out courageous and damn second term. Second term for what?
For what? Yeah.
To do what?
To do what?
You want to eat and chop. Chief Aolo told us that he was in prison, that he learned that the needs of man, I just bought a few. Just food, one shirt, that he was in prison, that he was able to learn practically that the needs of man is just a few. Little.
We have to round up now. We are pressed for time. Thank you for your time. You've heard
people want to be rich. They want to be rich. And the Bible says, I don't want to be a pastor here. Those who want to be rich, we go into perdition. That was what Paul told Timothy. Those who want to be rich in this world, we go into perdition.
Thank you very much, Veteran.
That pastoral note.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll be in touch. We'll bring you back again. Thank you so much for your time.
Nice talking to you.
All right.
Thank you. God bless. Cheers. Bye.